Welcome to today's explainer. Look, we are diving straight into the mechanics of digital marketing, and more importantly, we're going to take a hard look at the actual real-world costs of these services. To keep things grounded in reality, we're using First Page Ranks, a full-service digital marketing agency out of Surat, India, as our real-world case study. So if you've ever wondered what a comprehensive digital strategy actually looks like under the hood, or what an agency literally charges to run these campaigns month over month, you are in exactly the right place. Let's get right into it.
Let's kick things off with a pretty crucial question for any modern business owner. If you're still relying entirely on print, TV, or radio to drive your sales, is it possible you're actually holding your business back? I mean, the landscape has shifted so dramatically. Traditional methods were absolutely the gold standard once, sure, but today, they often lack the precision and, frankly, the trackability that you absolutely need to survive in today's hyper-competitive market.
Here is our roadmap for this explainer. We're going to cover why digital marketing matters, unpack the core services, explore the top growth benefits, profile our case study agency First Page Ranks, and then finally get into the actual service pricing.
All right, Section 1, Why Digital Marketing Matters, Moving Beyond Traditional Limits.
So think of traditional marketing, print ads, TV, radio, as a sort of spray and pray approach. You cast this massive net, just hoping somebody bites. But you're geographically limited, and trying to tie a specific sale to a specific billboard? Good luck. It's nearly impossible. Digital marketing totally flips the script here. It uses online platforms to give you crazy precise demographic targeting, global reach, and, this is the real game changer, trackable, measurable data in real time. You know exactly what's working and what isn't, right down to the click.
At its absolute core, digital marketing is simply the practice of promoting products or brands using online platforms and tech. Really, it boils down to meeting your customers exactly where they're already spending a huge chunk of their day, on the internet. Instead of interrupting their favorite TV show with a commercial, you're seamlessly weaving your brand right into their daily digital ecosystem. Let's move on to Section 2, Core Digital Marketing Services, the pillars of online success.
When you look at full-service agencies, they generally focus on a few major pillars to build up your online presence. You've got your heavy hitters, like search engine optimization and pay-per-click advertising, running right alongside social media and content marketing. Then, to round the whole strategy out, they handle web design, conversion rate optimization, online reputation management, and local SEO. You really need a seamless mix of these elements to truly dominate rather than just throwing up a Facebook page and, hoping for the best. Let's translate some of this industry jargon because it's absolutely crucial to see how these pieces form a complete sales funnel. These aren't just fancy buzzwords. Think of SEO as your long game. It's what helps customers find you organically when they're searching on Google. PPC, on the other hand, well, that buys you instant visibility right at the top of the page through paid ads. And then there's CRO, conversion rate optimization, which is essentially your closer. It makes sure that once those visitors actually land on your site, they don't just window shop. They take action and actually convert into paying buyers.
Okay, Section 3, Top Benefits for Business Growth. How going digital accelerates success.
Implementing these tools creates a clear pathway to immediate impact. By dramatically boosting your online visibility and expanding your global reach, you totally eliminate the guesswork. You can start using highly targeted approaches based on actual audience behaviors. And surprisingly, this level of hyper-precision is incredibly cost-effective. We're talking about a local startup suddenly being able to compete with massive corporations, and they don't even need a Super Bowl-sized ad budget to do it. Add in real-time measurable data and direct, two-way engagement on social media, and honestly, your entire customer dynamic changes for the better.
And from there, the sustainable market dominance really starts to kick in. That personalized messaging directly drives higher conversion rates, which naturally builds up your brand's credibility and trust over time. Plus, because you've got real-time data literally at your fingertips, you maintain this incredible agility to pivot campaigns instantly. Like, if a new trend pops up on a Tuesday, you can totally capitalize on it by Wednesday morning. It's exactly this flexibility that gives you a sharp competitive edge in your specific niche, paving the way for long-term scalable growth.
Moving right along into Section 4, First Page Ranks Agency Profile, a case study of a full-service digital agency. To see this in action, First Page Ranks positions itself heavily on integration.
They're a premier, full-service provider that really focuses on combining deep technical analytics with creative strategy to boost ROI for clients across a ton of different industries. The big takeaway here is that they aren't just building static digital brochures. They are engineering robust online growth engines, specifically designed to capture attention and actually drive sales.
Now, what's super interesting is that while their headquarters are in Surat, they maintain a truly massive geographic footprint. They're actively servicing clients across roughly 30 regions. That includes 28 different Indian states, plus international markets like Dubai and Canada. And this perfectly highlights one of our earlier points. Digital marketing gives you absolutely unprecedented global reach. Literally, an agency sitting in Gujarat can successfully manage and drive the online growth of a business operating halfway across the world in North America.
Finally, Section 5, Digital Marketing Service Pricing. What does comprehensive digital marketing actually cost?
So let's look at the actual financial baseline. Notice how most of the core monthly retainers, services like SEO, PPC management, and social media marketing, start right around 10,000 Indian rupees a month. That honestly makes entry incredibly accessible for startups. From there, pricing scales up to 100,000 rupees or more, based entirely on how complex your enterprise is, the sheer volume of content you need, and how aggressive your campaign goals are. Just keep in mind, though, for things like PPC, this fee is just for the agency's management. Your actual ad spend to platforms like Google or Meta is going to be an additional cost on top of that. Now, for more complex needs, like full-scale e-commerce marketing that involves massive product catalogs, you'll see a slightly higher entry point starting around 20,000 rupees a month. And this is an important distinction. Foundational assets, like building or fully redesigning your actual website, well, those aren't monthly retainers. Those are custom project-by-project investments based entirely on your specific technological requirements. As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a thought. We've just walked through the precise mechanics of how these campaigns work, the measurable benefits they bring, and exactly how agencies structure their pricing to make it all incredibly accessible. The barrier to entry has quite literally never been lower, while the cost of being left behind, well, that's never been higher. Knowing everything we just discussed, consider how the scalable, data-driven nature of digital marketing could fundamentally change the trajectory of your own business growth. Are you ready to finally make this shift? Thanks for hanging out with me on this explainer, and keep learning.